and the Jamaica Labour Party firm and strong. We need to keep Jamaica and our people firm and strong. Stand up, Labour Rights. Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Labour Rights are proud of their party.
In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Jamaica, no bother for snow, no bother fight. We did a for the labor right. No shaky boat because a woman will like. We did a for the labor right. The river come down green, it's a pretty and bright. We did a for the labor right. Doing me love shower in a green, me baptized. We did a for the labor right. Right now me nah worry about visa, cause we have one of the greatest leader. Me nah run with, go a foreign like triple X and go beef gravel leg out a freezer. Bout ya fit on green like Tracina. I will say no waste freeze for the teachers. We have the prettiest women like Anne-Marie Vaz and sexy Venetia. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Oh no, see center, my servant center. You know, St. James parameter. Our doctors did have to use garbage bag. Yo, does you go on like you no member? Now blessings that flow like river. Every bad prayer return to sender. Dr. Cole and Blair teach drop out from when PNP never buy them no denture. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory.
Good morning, Liberates, and good morning to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Laborite alive. Good morning, my people. Good morning. Now, Jamaica, as you can see, is making great strides. 2 years ago, even a year ago, people was complaining about the health facilities. They were complaining about crime and violence. They were complaining about every single God Almighty thing. Now this government has, over the last 5 years, have been putting into place, things to alleviate a lot of the pressures of the people in Jamaica. Now, when a hospital, a general hospital is fixed, it benefits the poor. See? So, for all of the PNP them that are going to come this morning and say they are not benefit anything in Jamaica, rich people don't really use full normal hospital them. Then go a foreign or then use private facilities. So when a public hospital is fixed, it benefits the poor. Now, I have a few videos this morning. We're going to talk about healthcare this morning because we don't really talk about healthcare. So we have a clip as it relates to that. But before we get into that, I got some news for Portland. See? So I am going to play the Portland clip. But let's roll out the morning shoutouts first. See? Guys, there is 52 of us thus far. The live will grow. Please like the live. See? And if you're here for the first time, please subscribe. See? Larry, big up yourself. Mark Nemad, big up Michelle, big up yourself. Sanya, big up yourself. Sonia, big up yourself. Maureen, big up yourself. Rohan, big up yourself, my boss. Kevin, big up, Robert, big up. Ellen, big up. Verona, big up yourself. Meltina, big up yourself. Oops, big up yourself. Mama Winsome Nemacha, good morning. PB, good morning. Cooper, big up yourself. A. Hutchinson, big up yourself. Charlene, big up yourself. Good morning to my beautiful wife. Good morning, baby. Just see, big up yourself. Craig, big up yourself. Jacqueline, big up yourself. And 876JK, good morning. Now, let's get into the news that we have for Portland. See? So, wanna give me a listening here. Big up yourself, Michael.
While the world knows Jamaica for its beaches and music, a massive transformation is quietly taking shape on its shores. It's a revolution of concrete and glass, so ambitious it aims to create the Miami of the Caribbean. This isn't just another hotel, it's a vision to reshape a huge part of the island's famous North Coast.
Big up.
But this raises a question that isn't being asked loud enough. What if the people this glittering new paradise is being built for aren't the average Jamaican? We're going to get into the mega project that promises to transform Jamaica, including its staggering price tag and the monumental risks involved. Before we talk about cranes and concrete, you need to understand the setting. We're in St. Anne, famously known as Jamaica's Garden Parish. It's a place of lush greenery, stunning beaches, and a history filled with cultural...
I realize I said Portland. We spoke about Portland and St. Mary the other day. We're talking about St. Anne now, my people, so sorry about that.
Landmarks. This is the home of Dunn's River Falls, Mystic Mountain, and the birthplace of reggae legends. For decades, St. Anne has been a pillar of Jamaica's tourism. Its coastline dotted with all-inclusive resorts and its towns, like Runaway Bay, buzzing with a mix of local life and tourists. The parish is a jewel on the north coast, under 2 hours from Montego Bay's Sangster International Airport, about a 1.5 to 2 hour drive from the capital, Kingston. Its location and natural beauty have always made it a magnet for development. But for years, that development followed a familiar script. Sprawling, self-contained resorts offering a beautiful but often insulated piece of paradise. The local economy rises and falls with tourist seasons. And while it provides vital jobs, the story has mostly been the same. It's a place you visit, not necessarily a place you live unless you grew up there. But things are changing. The Jamaican government is pushing a new strategy, pivoting from the traditional all-inclusive model toward a more permanent high-end luxury market. The aim is no longer just to attract tourists for a week, but to capture a slice of the global elite, wealthy travelers, remote workers, and investors who might otherwise choose places like Miami or Puerto Rico. This new vision demands a new kind of development, something that offers a complete year-round lifestyle. And that's where our story really begins. In the heart of St. Anne, something bigger and bolder is rising from the ground, aiming to completely redefine the coastline. Enter Bahari.
Yes, Monica, we spoke about St. Mary and Portland the other day. I think probably about 5 live ago. So you can find it on here, but we spoke about it. Not in this great detail, but we spoke about it. And if anybody remember, can tell Monica. See?
Name from Swahili for ocean perfectly captures the feeling of expansive luxury it's going for. This is the flagship of the new Jamaican dream. Marketed with the tagline, "The community that lives," Bahari isn't sold as just a vacation spot, but as a permanent address. Developed by the major regional player Proven Properties, in partnership with Skillex Development Limited, Bahari is one of the most ambitious residential projects.
You know hear who they say, Billy, a while ago? Who they say, I developed the property there. Just
projects the island has ever seen. Located in the coastal area of Runaway Bay, the development is a direct response to the government's call for a new era of luxury. It's being positioned as Jamaica's answer to the high-end waterfront communities of South Florida. The vision is clear. Create a self-contained world of opulence and security that can compete with any luxury enclave in the world. This isn't a quiet project. It's a bold statement that Jamaica is ready to play in a new league. The marketing paints a picture of effortless elegance, where resort-style comfort meets the permanence of home. They talk about blending nature with cutting-edge design to create a landmark community that will become one of the most sought-after addresses on the North Coast. For years, luxury in Jamaica meant a five-star hotel. Now it means a permanent villa with a private plunge pool, access to an exclusive beach club, and a community of high-net-worth neighbors. This is the Miami vision, a shimmering coast.
So if you remember in the clip when we play with Ed Bartlett said they were going after, you know, more luxurious kind of villas. And remember that? The clip we play with Ed Bartlett that he was talking about St. Mary and Portland, and saying that in St. Mary they got 7 miles of undisturbed beach that the government is planning to use in St. Mary. See? So the government is trying to attract some of the richest people in the world to move to Jamaica. See?
Hub of wealth, leisure, and investment under the Caribbean sun. It's a vision designed to be an engine for growth, but it also raises complex questions about who gets to be part of this new future. So what exactly does this Miami of the Caribbean look like? Let's break it down. Bahari is a massive luxury gated community planned across 21.5 acres of prime coastal land. The master plan includes 206 residential units, 86 luxury villas, 73 modern townhomes, and 48 stylish condominiums. The architecture is modern Caribbean, with open concept layouts and a focus on blending indoor-outdoor living. But it's the amenities that truly invite the Miami comparison. The centerpiece is a large clubhouse with a resort-style infinity pool, a state-of-the-art gym.
So for anybody that don't get the gist, the government purposely building out Ocherios to rival Miami, Florida. See? The government of Jamaica is purposely now going to put in place, you know, plans to, well, the plans is there, it is already started. Mark Golding and his team that is saying that thing is going on in Jamaica and people are suffering. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting proven have one of the biggest contracts to help to build out these facilities. See? So, nothing are going for the poor people them, but things are going for Mark Golding, apparently. You know, we'll continue to listen.
And a residence lounge. There's also a hot tub, jogging trails, sports courts, and a kids' splash pad. Security is a major selling point, with a 24-hour gated entrance offering privacy and exclusivity. Residents get private beach access at the nearby Cardiff Hall Beach. And there's even an on-site medical station. Now for the price of admission. This is where the numbers get serious. In 2025, a two-bedroom townhouse at Bahari was listed for over $436,000 US, with a three-bedroom unit at $564,000 US. The villas start around US $526,000 for a two-bedroom and go up from there. These prices are comparable to suburban properties in parts of South Florida, signaling that Jamaica's property market is entering a new tier. This is a high-stakes bet by developer Proven Properties, which secured a $20 million loan to help fund the project. Construction is well underway in 3 phases. Phase 1 includes the townhomes and initial...
Big up, you know, Bertie. I don't see you comment nothing other than you said, DUJON read my post. I don't see nothing else. Sean Kidd, big up yourself. Paulette Samuel, big up yourself. Puerto Rican, Jamaican, big up yourself. See? And Dan Warren, big up yourself. Yes, Proven, have a contract for build the townhouse, yeah. We want to hear that, but the government is moving into, you know, real estate. So I'm telling you, so the government itself is actually investing in things. So instead of just doing, you know, normal government things and collecting money only from taxes, the government is actually moving into business itself, so it can recoup and get money from business. So the government will be benefiting directly from these property sales of these properties, some of them. See? Obviously we are trying to, you know, get some of the rich people, them, some middle class people to move to Jamaica. Those people have money, they will come with their money and they will you know, recycle it in our economy, and Jamaica will benefit on a whole. It will create jobs, the town expanding, it will create more jobs, better paid jobs and all of that. I scroll down already, Bertie, I don't see nothing. And I don't know. I scroll up already, I don't see nothing, none at all. One comment I see from you. And you said me for repost, and then you said this. Me not see nothing else. You know?
Is scheduled for completion by December 2025, meaning this dream is quickly becoming a reality. A project this big is meant to send shockwaves through the entire Jamaican economy.
So when people hear something happen, and say Charlene, I say who will benefit? Jamaica will benefit. See? Well, there is Jamaicans, believe it or not, that can afford these homes. Believe it or not. The government is making provisions for the poorer sets of Jamaicans by giving them free homes and building homes for the indigent. So the government is covering everybody. So we have to make way for, bring in people with money, and we have to make way for help people without money. See? So Jamaican people usually have a negative thing. When time they hear things like that, them start thinking it is a negative and poor people now going to benefit and all of this. No, the country and a whole benefits, and it creates jobs. When you move in people with money, they will come, they will settle here, they will start their business here, they will move their business here, and you will benefit from it. See?
Bahari, and others like it, are promoted as powerful engines for growth. First, and most obviously, there are the jobs. The construction phase alone requires hundreds of workers, from engineers to masons. But the economic boost doesn't end there. A community of 206 high-end homes needs a small army to maintain, create long-term jobs in landscaping, security, hospitality, and property. The on-site amenities like the clubhouse and gym will also need staff. Beyond direct jobs, the project funnels money into government coffers through taxes. High-value property sales generate significant tax revenue, and the economic activity within the community will contribute to the local tax base for years.
Exactly.
This is a key part of the government's strategy: attract investments that create long-term revenue. The bigger play here is about...
So normally when you hear them and things that people don't think about the job where they create, they don't think about the taxes where government will get, especially in the property taxes. The first thing, they must say, oh, how much money for your house we can't buy a poor rich people? Bad mind, tap them something there. See? You need to go and try to get rich too so you can buy one. It's plain and simple as that. See? And the government is making provisions so, you can buy you can get a free one if you can't buy one. Sorry. No, this another one was sold out already. This the Pinnacle. And the Pinnacle, there's an article out yesterday where the Pinnacle is 56% completed. I can't believe. I was in Jamaica. When I did there Jamaica again? I did there Jamaica earlier this year, probably about March. And it did just a fence up. Nothing ever built over there yet. I can't believe. So things are move fast, things are move quick. Everybody knows that money do things, but this is something good for the economy of Jamaica, my people. We have a leg of them kind of mindset the way when you hear say something that a benefit the rich, everybody get bad mind. The rich people come in and then come with money, then create jobs. They need people for rate their yard, that is a job. Landscaping, them need cleaner in their house, helper, that is a job. Them need hospital when they come. Them need grocery when they come. They need people to drive them around when they come, chauffeur. They need all of these things. So it helps the economy, and we will benefit from the taxes that they pay as well, my people.
The bigger play here is about rebranding Jamaica. For decades, the country has led the all-inclusive resort market, but that market has its limits. High net worth individuals, who often spend far more than the average tourist, are looking for more than a prepackaged vacation. They want exclusivity, unique experiences, and a tangible investment. Bahari is a direct pitch to this demographic, designed to attract wealthy international buyers who might otherwise look at real estate in the Bahamas or Barbados. By creating a product that competes at this level, Jamaica diversifies its tourism offerings and elevates its national brand. This shift is crucial. The government has been clear about its goal to pivot towards luxury tourism, seeing it as the key to maximizing economic returns. Projects like Bahari are the physical proof of this policy, part of a wider development surge in St. Anne that includes new highways and other luxury communities. The hope is that Bahari's success will create a snowball effect, turning the entire North Coast into a luxury real estate hub. This is where the sparkling vision begins to reveal its complications. The promise of economic transformation is undeniably powerful, but it forces us to confront an uncomfortable.
And when we move in, some of the rich people will benefit with GDP because we are trying to catch up to Singapore, where make 500 million a month. See? Jamaica make 20 billion a year. See? So we need to catch up to them the kind of economy them people, or at least get halfway there. So we have to do things that is going to benefit the economy. And the PNP have a mindset where everything is doom and gloom and you must be poor. If somebody rich a benefit from something, then it is a disaster to the poor people. And I say work. See, this is not how it works. This will benefit everybody. It will benefit rich, middle class, and people that is classified as, poor.
Question: who is this new Miami of the Caribbean really being built for? When the price of a two-bedroom townhouse begins at nearly $500,000 US, it becomes clear that the target audience is not the average Jamaican household.
Exactly.
The numbers themselves tell the story. This is a market designed for wealth, not accessibility. The marketing for Bahari emphasizes its appeal to families, professionals, retirees, and investors. Yet when we look closer, the language is unmistakably geared toward international buyers and members of the Jamaican diaspora with access to foreign currency. For many locals, these homes are completely out of reach. Instead, there is a growing sense that much of the development will be absorbed by overseas Jamaicans and foreign investors, often with the goal of converting.
Imagine somebody like Mark Zuckerberg say, all right, I move my family come to Jamaica because the weather nice, the environment nice. Mark Zuckerberg have say $500 billion. See, America. And he say, all right, because I'm going to live in Jamaica now, I'm going to move 100 or 150 billion in a one Jamaica bank account. You know what that do for the economy? Eh? We have to try and attract some of them people. Big up, K. Clark.
Properties into short-term rentals. While this may create new revenue streams for the developers, it also risks driving up real estate costs and leaving local residents priced out of their own communities. This trend raises troubling questions about social division. Critics have described it as a form of economic apartheid, where exclusive, cured enclaves of wealth sit only minutes away from communities that still lack basic infrastructure.
I guess gonna guess and tell me who I critics. Gonna guess and tell me who I critics. If you don't guess and tell me who I critique this body, guess and tell me who I criticize this.
Such as reliable water, schools, or healthcare facilities.
You guess right, Dennis. You guess right. That is the PNP. And Dennis, I don't know if I later about tear this. Guess who has the contract to build this the first phase of it? Guess who have the contract to build the first phase of this? And tell me. I guess and tell me now.
The 24-hour security touted as a selling point reinforces this divide, creating not just
Proven have the contract. Who owns Proven? Anybody can tell me who owns Proven? Somebody tell me who owns Proven.
physical barriers, but psychological
Other than
ones.
the great Mark Goldie.
It separates those who can afford to live inside from those on the outside. And although the government has repeatedly stated that large-scale developments must bring benefits to local populations, the underlying tension remains visible and unresolved. On top of the social concerns are pressing environmental risks. Constructing a 206-unit mega development on sensitive coastal land carries serious consequences. Jamaica already faces environmental strains, from watershed degradation to the steady destruction of mangroves and reefs caused by tourism and urban sprawl. Massive construction projects amplify these problems, increasing soil erosion, altering natural drainage patterns.
Yes, I am serious. Proven has the contract to build the first phase of this. And it is the same Mark Golding now that is telling the Jamaican people that you know, this is going to be a disaster. Pure politics. But they don't know, say, yeah, people like me, we're going to dig up and find these things and go and tell the people them. See?
And creating polluted runoff that threatens delicate marine ecosystems.
So as per usual, my people, anything that is going to, you know, be built, it has, you know, pros and cons. There are negatives, which is explaining. But overall, I have a government that I am confident in that will take the right decisions. Prime Minister Holness have been saying for the last 15 years that, you know, Jamaica is in a climate crisis. And I know that he would not do anything to jeopardize that. But let's move into the topic at hand that we want to talk about this morning. So we're going to talk about the new Spanish Town Hospital, my people. So the government is breaking ground for a new KPH hospital. There was a lot of pressure on the Bustamante Hospital that will eventually be rebuilt as well. So the government decided to build the Children and Adolescent Hospital. And yes, under the Portia Simpson Miller-led government, the Chinese had decided to lend us a loan and also fund part of the new Children and Adolescent Hospital. The part of the funding that they gave us, a grant. That grant to build the Children and Adolescent Hospital under the Portia Simpson Miller-led government is a part of the money that they were saying is missing. For some reason, nobody don't know where the money they gone. See? So the government had to come in, restructure the whole thing, and they decided to use taxpayer money and build the hospital. So if you hear them say Portia Simpson Miller did get the hospital, yes, under her leadership, the Chinese decided to lend us a loan, and they granted us some money as free money as part of the development of it. And that free money is now missing. It is a part of the $1 trillion that they were saying time ago that is unaccounted for. That money is missing. See? So the government refinance, do what they do, and they decided to build the Children and Adolescent Hospital to ease up the cry pressure of the Bustamante Hospital. So Spanish Town is getting a new hospital. The money is not missing, it is unaccounted for. That is the term, unaccounted for. So they're saying it is in a government account somewhere, but you know, they'll have to audit and try to find it. Well, you know, I don't think they will find it, but you know, Savlamar is getting a new hospital as well, a $1 billion hospital. We're going to talk about the Spanish Town Hospital tonight. Cornwall Regional Hospital is almost finished. And where else? There's another hospital. Portmore is getting its own hospital as well. The government has allocated land for that as well. So I believe 6 hospitals over the next 5 years will open. So 5 will open and 1 brand new one is going to be built, to be added. See? 5 people dead and several injured in a mass shooting at St. Catherine. I wonder what JFJ have to say about that. So listen, and this, if you don't notice, every time we come down to the ending of the year, we don't see something like this happen. I honestly believe that it is PNP surrogates that is perpetrating this. And it is the start of, you know, the Christmas season. And it always happens now just to push up the crime rate. So by January, the government can't say that, you know, crime is falling because they might push up the crime rate. That's something we witness every ending of every year. Notice over the last 9 years. See? Let's get into the hospital, my people. Listen to this.
A medical mega project is quietly rising in Jamaica, and it's about to change healthcare forever.
By the way, let me ask you now, do you guys know what non-communicable diseases are? Wanna tell me in the comment section some non-communicable disease. So Jamaica second in Caribbean for non-communicable disease prevention. Now just 2 years ago, everybody was saying Jamaica have the worst health care in the world and people are dead, people have to sit down and cheer. When you come to England, all 18 hours you're still away in the hospital. See? So Jamaica has made great strides over the last year And Jamaica is now second in the Caribbean for non-communicable disease prevention. A lot of work has gone into healthcare in Jamaica, and Christopher Tufton is the best health minister that Jamaica has ever seen. See? So let's get into it.
In this video, we are going to look at how Spanish Town is becoming home to one of the Caribbean's most ambitious hospital projects. Backed by international loans, grants and government investment, this new 600-bed facility will deliver specialist care from cardiology to psychiatry under one modern roof. You'll discover what makes this build different from any other in Jamaica's history, including digital records, diagnostics and strategic infrastructure. We'll also explore the timeline, challenges and how this upgrade improves access for communities beyond Kingston. Get ready for a behind-the-scenes look at the future of healthcare in the region. To understand what is going on, I want you to picture the current regional hospital in Spanish Town, a 430-bed facility. Now imagine it evolving into a 6-story, 17,000 square meters healthcare complex.
Negative. MYM, negative. Jamaica have better healthcare today in 2025, and it is clear to see, you know, a lot of diseases, non-communicable disease like stroke and heart attack and you know, some of these osteoarthritis and all of these things that we are now experiencing. Back in the 70s and 80s, we had a population that used to eat more natural things, and I believe probably in the 80s, you know, we started to switch more fry more, car we start getting more KFC and Burger King and all of these things from the 80s onwards. See, so I believe that healthcare is better today. I don't know, you know.
With 600 beds, modernized emergency services, ICU units and specialty departments like cardiology and oncology. That's not just construction, it's a dramatic leap in healthcare accessibility and quality for St. Catherine's population. In January 2024, ground was formally broken on an entirely new greenfield site, meaning planners started from a clean slate, eliminating retrofitting headaches and costly compromises. This rollout isn't patchwork, it's modernization done right. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through exactly how this ambitious transformation is being built, who's funding it, what it is it will offer, where the project stands today, and why this one is from past hospital upgrades. Plus, I'll share what this means for everyday Jamaicans, how it cuts down wait times, avoids referrals to Kingston, and creates good jobs. Then, we'll look at a nearby health centre upgrade at St Jago Park and finally assess the challenges still ahead. Then we'll wrap it all with a strong conclusion and call to action. You'll get the full polished picture. So where is the $5.5 billion coming from? It might surprise you to learn this isn't just one giant check. It's a carefully balanced mix.
So I'm glad Shani said that. So when England, I'm telling you see how you just go. I want doctor Jamaica, one private doctor, just walk in one private doctor. We have those at England, but that is for the rich and the elite. You have to pay money to do that. See? Your regular GP, your regular general practitioner, by 5:30, 6 o'clock, they lock. Can't get an appointment after that. See? And probably, if you go to a health center, they might open till 7:30. See? But after that, them close. So if you fall sick in the night, you don't have no regular doctor to go. You have to go straight to hospital. See? Also, I can tell you about my GP in England. I have to call them by 8 o'clock, by opening hours in the morning, by 8 o'clock. And if I 8:01, them have me in a queue for 1 hour wait to talk to somebody. By that 1 hour done, no appointment. And them I tell us, you can't walk in to see the doctor. You have to make them things that put off people from seeking help at England. See, if you don't call early enough, the health facility open at 8 o'clock, and if you call 8:01, you can't get nobody. See? And when you do get through, them I tell us, no appointment is there, and you can't walk in. You have to call back tomorrow to try to get an appointment. So it is a lottery system, my people. See? So Jamaica is in better stead than the UK, me can tell you no, right now.
It's a carefully balanced mix of local and international backing. First, the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, provided a US $50 million loan through their health system strengthening program.
Yes, that is true, Cocheta. England, you call a doctor, and your doctor, without seeing you, I tell you what you on the phone. Without seeing you, I go to a doctor, and the doctor, I search on Google, and what do me? Honest, if I lie, I tell like me, strike me. I go to a doctor England, and the doctor sit down right in front of me, and I tell the doctor, what do me? And the doctor type it in a Google to find out what do me. Almighty God. That happening in the UK right now. Doctor tell you what you on phone without seeing you.
That ensures international oversight and financial discipline. Next, the European Union granted 10.2 million euros specifically for hospital infrastructure and equipment.
If Jamaica's not so great, MYM, why don't you leave? Eh? We don't always talk about if Jamaica's so great, why you in England? Me in England because me have things in England we need to be in England for. See? Yes, that's why I'm in England. If Jamaica is so bad, why don't you leave? We make you not come to England. Eh? I am regular in Jamaica, you know. See? Jamaica is my home. So, I can't tell you no. Me there England for a purpose. But I'll be returning home when it is convenient for me. So if Jamaica is so bad, why don't you leave? Eh? We don't like to come talk about if Jamaica is so good, why don't you come home? If Jamaica is so bad, why don't you leave? Eh? Me never migrate go to England. I was taken as a child to England against my will by my parents. See? But me have roots here now. See? Me have nephew, niece, me have pitney, me have all kind of people here. See? Me have investments here. So me can't just get up and left it. See? So when the time is conducive, see? And when the time is right, I will be returning home. So don't worry about that. If Jamaica is so bad, leave Jamaica. It's plain and simple as that.
Bringing in another layer of multinational scrutiny. Finally, Jamaica's government dedicated US $87 million directly from its national budget, made possible through steady fiscal management and disciplined revenue collection. This financial cocktail doesn't just build walls and roofs. It funds vital components such as medical equipment, staff training programs, and a state-of-the-art electronic health records (EHR) system. The mix of loans and grants brings transparency and accountability, while national investment shows a real political will to sustain the project well beyond ribbon-cutting day. Let's lift the curtain on what will live inside these walls. A brand new 6-story, 17,000 square metre tower is being constructed, significantly expanding the hospital's capacity. The number of available beds will increase from 430 to approximately 600. This means not only more patients can be accommodated, but the hospital will also be able to offer more services and specialties, helping meet the growing demand for quality healthcare in the region. A major upgrade is also happening in the accident and emergency wing. The redesigned space will now include a dedicated ambulance bay, which allows for quicker patient transfers alongside advanced triage zones designed to sort and prioritize cases efficiently. Multiple consultation rooms are added to reduce waiting times and improve the overall flow of emergency care. Surgical and specialty care is also being transformed. 6 brand new operating theatres, fully equipped ICU suites, endoscopy rooms, and expanded outpatient departments will allow a wider range of complex procedures to be performed right on site, eliminating the need for patient transfers. The hospital is becoming a diagnostic powerhouse with in-house CT, MRI, X-ray and ultrasound facilities. Advanced labs will handle immunology, hematology and serology, supported by a modern blood collection centre. Finally, electronic health records powered by the Phoenix Partnership TPP will digitally connect every department, ensuring faster, safer and fully integrated patient care. Mark your calendar. January 16th, 2024 was the official groundbreaking ceremony. Fast forward to May, July 2025, and significant progress has been made. Structural shear walls at ground level are finished. Tower crane installed mid-May. Utility trenches and foundational steel are being readied for the concrete pour. Since it's a greenfield development, President Holness pointed out that they avoided relocating existing services, a move that keeps the schedule clean and straightforward. Initial design hold-ups were resolved and construction moved into high gear. The full build is scheduled over 24 months, followed by 8 months for equipment installation and system setup, aiming for a Q1 2027 opening. Let's take a closer look at the rough progress timeline for this ambitious project. In early 2024, initial steps focused on site clearance and finalizing architectural and engineering designs. This phase laid the groundwork for construction to begin smoothly. By mid-2025, the foundation is expected to be completed, marking the transition to structural development. Between late 2025 and early 2026, attention will shift to interior build-out, including the installation of essential mechanical and electrical systems. Mid-2026 will usher in staff recruitment and the launch of clinical training programs. By early 2027, after final inspections and dry runs, the facility will be officially handed over, with doors opening to patients in Q1 2027. Why does this project go beyond the usual? What makes this different? In the past, we've seen hospital upgrades revolve around trying to improve services while continuing to operate from existing buildings. That means added delays, disruptions, and often a squeeze on quality. But this time, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton emphasised that meticulous pre-planning, conducted off-site and before breaking ground, allowed the project to begin without interruptions. No service shutdowns, no improvisation, just smooth, logical rollout from day one. That kind of approach shifts the balance from promise to performance. Let's now focus on the heart of this story. Not the concrete, not the cranes, but the people who will benefit. Because at the core of this $5.5 billion project is a simple goal.
Probably, Michelle, probably they would have all any, because Mark Golding, there's a clip of Mark Golding saying that Jamaica don't need any more hospital. What Jamaica needs is beds, hospital beds. So, and I have scoured the internet to find it and I scrub it, I can't find it either. Because I didn't want to play this morning first and then play this. So now hear how the Mark Golding mouth say. Mark Golding said Jamaica did not need any more hospital. But as per usual, Mark Golding and everybody will support Mark Golding is a big set of dunce and dopey bat. See?
To deliver faster, safer and more accessible care to Jamaicans who've waited far too long for quality health services. When the new Spanish Town Hospital opens in 2027, it will do far more than house advanced equipment. It will become a beacon of modern, equitable health.
Them gonna turn them in a bunk bed. So you gotta have jeep by your hand, pan 3 or 4 story bunk. And your hand have to go hang over a bed so your jeep not drop out. And most that happen in a Mark Golding head.
Care. For the first time, residents in St. Catherine won't have to travel all the way to Kingston for advanced diagnostics or specialist services. That alone reduces the burden on working class families who often struggle with transportation, long wait times and delayed care. Imagine a mother whose child needs urgent testing. Instead of being told to wait 2 weeks and travel 50 kilometers, she walks into a nearby hospital with an MRI machine, full lab and expert staff all in one place. That's not just convenience, it's life-saving. And the services offered won't just be general medicine. This facility will cover specialties like cardiology, oncology, psychiatry, ophthalmology and gastroenterology. That means people with chronic conditions like heart disease, cancer or diabetes will have a local medical home tailored to their needs. One of the most game-changing features of the new Spanish Town Hospital is the integration of electronic health records, EHR, powered by TPP, the same provider used by the UK's National Health Service. What does that mean for patients? It means your records will no longer be a stack of handwritten files prone to loss or error. Instead, every test, diagnosis, prescription and note is stored digitally, accessible instantly by doctors across departments. If you go from the emergency room to the pharmacy, your information follows you. repeating yourself, no missing data. It speeds up diagnosis, improves safety, and makes care more personal and effective. And beyond the patient benefit, it means hospital administrators can track inventory, monitor staff performance, and identify public health trends in real time. It's the kind of smart healthcare system that can elevate not just one hospital, but
Good morning to my beautiful mother-in-law.
the entire regional health network. Let's not overlook the economic upside. Major infrastructure projects like this have ripple effects throughout the local economy. Already hundreds of construction jobs have been created, supporting everyone from engineers and welders to plumbers and safety officers. Once the hospital opens, it will need a robust team of healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, lab technicians, radiologists, IT specialists, custodians and administrative staff. That's long-term employment and steady income for locals. But the impact extends even further. Surrounding businesses, from food vendors and taxi operators to local pharmacies, will benefit from the increased foot traffic and activity. With more people accessing the facility daily, it essentially becomes a hub that boosts the entire Spanish Town economy.
So, this is not just only happening in Spanish Town, my people. It will happen at the Sablama Hospital that is going to be completely rebuilt. It is happening at the Cornwall Regional Hospital that is mostly, and I've been in it, my people. I've been to tour it. Me and Shanice gone, Shanice not come out of the car, my people. Shanice stay in the car, you know. You never want to come tour the hospital with me. But anyway, I went there, me and several media houses, Dirty Gleaner, you know, TVJ. I went there with Chops Media and several others. And I toured there with Big Nose, Alfred Daz, and what the councillor lady name we run for office and lose up a Montego Bay. What the short hair woman the name again. Anyway, we went there, and the Cornwall Regional Hospital is basically a brand new hospital, my people. They got it out. When they got it out, they realized that a lot of it was, you know, dilapidated. It was eating itself. So they had to basically build over the hospital from scratch, my people. See? So that is why the Cornwall Regional is taking so long. And I believe it is opening in the next couple of months. Janice Allen, yes, she. See?
And just down the road, another critical project is quietly taking shape, the expansion of the St. Jago Park Health Centre. This isn't just an afterthought, it's a strategic complement to the new hospital. Backed by a $704 million investment, the St. Jago upgrade includes a brand new 634 square meters building and the refurbishing of an existing 1,300 square meter space. The facility will offer essential primary care services like dentistry, eye screening for diabetics, lab work, and mental health clinics. Why does that matter? Because hospitals should focus on acute and specialized care, not be overloaded with minor cases. By expanding the capacity of St. Jago Park, local residents can access routine checkups, counseling and screenings without crowding the main hospital. It's a smarter, more sustainable system that ensures everyone gets the right care at the right level. Completion is set for June 2026, meaning it will be up and running before the Spanish hospital opens its doors. Together, these two facilities form a full coordinated response to St. Catherine's health needs. Of course, no major development comes without its hurdles. The Spanish Town project has faced its fair share, from early design delays to logistical issues with imported materials. But what's different this time is the structured, transparent way those challenges are being handled. The oversight provided by the IDB and EU means all expenditures are monitored with international checks and balances.
You hear that? So when PNP are telling us that Cornwall Regional Hospital spend over 25 billion and the money gone missing on it a thief, there is oversight that is watching the spending of the money. But because you no watch news, you no read nothing, you just big and done to the PNP, so you get up on and run with the car through Mark Golding big and sour, telling us that happen, you run with it.
No mystery budgets, no untracked spending. Every dollar is accounted for. That builds trust with both donors and the public. Operational readiness is also being tackled head-on. Clinical training programs for new staff are scheduled to begin in mid-2026. IT teams are already being prepared to install and test the EHR system. Equipment procurement and installation, including complex machines like MRI and CT scanners, are being phased in with enough runway to avoid last-minute scrambles. Minister Tufton noted that the construction team and Health Ministry deliberately built flexibility into the timeline, allowing for dry runs and systems testing before the first patient walks in. It's not about rushing to meet deadlines. It's about getting it right the first time. If you're following this important development closely, and you really should, there are several key milestones to watch for as we approach the grand opening in 2027. By mid-2025, expect the completion of the hospital's upper floors, along with the operation of the crane system, crucial for continuing construction at height. This marks a major step forward in the building's progress. Moving into late 2025, the structural enclosure phase will be completed. This means the installation of windows, roofing, and the outer finishes will come together, giving the hospital its external form and weather protection. In early 2026, the focus shifts to the arrival and installation of essential medical equipment. This includes MRIs, surgical tools, and laboratory systems for the hospital's operations. By mid-2026, recruitment of medical and technical staff will be underway, ensuring the team is prepared for day-to-day operations. As late 2026 arrives, systems testing will begin. This involves trial runs of the electronic health record system, staff dry runs, and pilot clinical services to fine-tune processes. Finally, in the first quarter of 2027, the hospital will officially open its doors and admit its first patients, marking a new chapter in healthcare services. Stay plugged into updates from Jamaica's Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Jamaica Information Service, JIS, and the Southeast Regional Health Authority, SEH. These agencies regularly post verified updates and are your best sources for factual progress. What's happening in Spanish Town isn't just construction, it's transformation. This project brings modern healthcare into reach for everyday Jamaicans, with advanced imaging, faster emergency response, and specialty services that once required hours of travel. With global backing, strong planning, and cutting-edge design, this hospital promises not just treatment, but trust in a better system. With global backing, strong planning, and cutting-edge design, this hospital promises not just treatment, but trust in a better system. If this inspired you, or gave you hope for the future, don't keep it to yourself. Like the video, share it, and hit that subscribe button for more updates on real change in the Caribbean.
So that is Spanish Town Hospital, my people. As they add more hospital, and as this said, you can find information on JIS. Christopher Tufton himself posts daily updates on his IG page. So you can go and follow Christopher Tufton and you will see all that is happening in healthcare in Jamaica. So PNP no like to see them something, and just like our friend MYM just now, anytime them the truth is being told to the people, they don't want to hear that because they have an agenda to tell a lie. See? But what we need to start do is hold them and cut out their tongue out of their mouth so they can stop it talking. A joke, man, think the Jaconian. But anyway, my people, you know, the PNP has an agenda to tell lies, and they don't like factual information. And when you go and find factual information and bring it to the fore, they don't like me, you know. They're afraid of me like a puss. I can't tell them. See, they hate me like a dose of pies. Me come every time they tell a lie, I go dig up and find the truth. See, because I believe the government should employ me, you know, for deal with them on the media, because I don't feel like the people them that is there is being sharkish enough. You know, you need to be sharp and be a shark. As they say something, somebody need to be on it. So we need to have a team of persons working for the government that is sitting down on the media on a daily basis, scouring for PNP misinformation and scouring for PNP when PNP member of parliament them and their surrogates then tell lie. We need to attack it instantaneously. See, as soon as it land, we attack it. That is how we need to start behaving this fifth term. But government is separate from the party machinery. So in case I don't know, the government of Jamaica is separate from the parliamentary party of the JLP. See? So they can't really do things that will seem as if they're campaigning. Right? And this is where people like me come in now, the bloggers. Right? I have noticed though that since we have won this third term, I have noticed that on TikTok, there's only a few bloggers left over there that is carrying out the work, my people. The bloggers, they need to get back on the message. We cannot come off of the message. We must stay on it for the next 5 years. You hear me? I tell you, because we cannot allow the PNP to come back. Because right now, they must search for the next big scandal, you know. They just want to see something pop off and start tell lie. Because that is how the PNP operates, my people. They're a big cess tank of liars. And they want to tell lie to tear down the government. Great things is happening in Jamaica. And I am making it a point of my duty to come and show it to you on a daily basis. Wherever I find it, I am going to bring it to you guys. And I can tell you where I get my sources from. See? JIS, that is a government run information service, the Jamaica Information Service. You have OPM, Office of the Prime Minister, that does that posts on a daily basis. You have separate ministers. You have Pernell Charles, you have Horace Chang, you have Floyd Green. They all post on their social media what is going on as well on a daily basis. You also have PBCJ. You have the parliamentary party have its own media as well, JLP and Instagram. JLP something, I can't remember how. See, Jamaica Labour Party something. They also post updates as to what the government is doing as well. See, they're on every medium. They're on TikTok, they're on X, they're on Facebook, they're on everything. Even they're on WhatsApp. See, they can get update on your WhatsApp from the Jamaica Labour Party as well. See, so this is where I get most of my information from. Separate and aside from that, any government paper that you need, they are in PDF form and they're on government websites. So if you go to JIS, for example, you can download something from there by PDF. Even from Google, you can download something from Google. See? So when you listen to the PNP, them is a big set of dummy. Them dunce. All of them generation, them used to vote PNP dunce too. See? And then have no education, and that are them problem. Then can be advice or reason. And I don't care how you tell them something, and I don't care they see the logic in a hit. They don't want to hear that because their mind skewed, because through their granny tell them say labor right are wicked. Why labor right are wicked? Because your granny sit down and want to get free money, and labor right say if you go look work. That's why labor right are wicked. See? Then grandpa say labor right are wicked, you know why? Because then grandpa sit down, him and his granny, him and his woman, sit down, your granny, and want to get hands out, and labor right say if you go look work. I work with Edward Siaga give them in the 1980 cause this you know, because Edward Siaga try to move the country. Just like Andrew Holness I try to move the country now. Edward Siaga did that do it. And I create jobs and I say, no, go and go work. See Free Zone, you know, go and go work. See Digiport, go and go work. See? He even liberalized the taxi system. So it wasn't only government run. Normal people could have get a red plate, a taxi license, so you can go run your own taxi and drive. Go and go work. And through Edward Siaga tell them so no go and go work. All of them plan up, especially down at Westmoreland. And say Edward Siaga are wicked, because Chimana tell them to go work. Same like Andrew tell them to go work now. No more hands out. Andrew are wicked too. And through Andrew tell them to go work, Andrew a thief now. Eh? But I tell you the people. So through all of them, a big set of dopey back them. I regularly encounter them on my Facebook a morning time and evening time. I'm coming from work. And on my Facebook attack all kind of sitting. Big and dunce them. I mean I stop see so. So all I do is see me and lick me in my face. When you dunce. When you can get up a fight against something like this. When you look at all like good things that happen in the country. 19 year PNP in the government. You know see PNP build one hospital. 19 year PNP in the government. You know see PNP build one fire station. 19-year PNP in the government, you see PNP build one police station. You show me them. You see PNP build one new clinic in Jamaica in 19 years. But you no come a rank on yourself. You no move up and go on when I go. See? I lift up right in front of me for me tapping on the face. Thief them. Oh, not at all. No lick in the face around here, bro. They can't do that. I just run them around them out. Anytime they see me, they have to wish me well. See? Them fix up them fix 2 hospital, man. They do look work at Bustamante, they do look work at KPH, and then do look work at I think Maypen Hospital, they did look work. They look at expansion work. We're not gonna tell no lie upon them. They did that. But the amount of years that they were there and to grow this economy and the population was growing. See? We should have at least 2 new hospitals in that 19 years. That would have helped with look like crowding where we see a go on. You know, up till last year. So they're not ambitious. Them is not an ambitious set, my people. And because them not ambitious, you know, all they want to do a give away. If you own a shop and everybody come in a shop, say shopkeeper, trust me 1 pound of rice, trust me 1 pound of sugar, trust me 1 pound of flour, trust me 1 mackerel. When you trust out the whole of your shop. Somebody tell me how on God's green labor right earth you gotta buy back stock put in a shop. That is what the PNP do. See? Them give away all our money and then the road can't fix. If I give away all our money and nobody not work, if nobody not work, how you get tax money if you put back your money where you give away? That's some culture. By the way, my people, if you like PNP them way I say, me a done scam soon come off here, so I'm just showing you. You see them here? Look how it thick. You see how it thick? You know look how it ain't thick. Look. I'm showing you something. This is a whole portfolio. I'm a certificate them. I don't cap my people. See? You don't no cap. No bright like me. Dirty PNP. So when I say no done, so no done, so no can't match up to me. I lift up from your and go. I'm telling you from now. I wait for 1 hour to say me done from morning for showing you this, you know. But it look like I'm not gone. Anyway, my people, I get ready for go to work. So I'll soon 6 o'clock this evening, 6 p.m. See? No capping. My people, big up on yourself. Big up all 268 persons who is here. Big up all 118 persons that is here. And I'll soon 6 p.m. this evening. See? Big up on yourself. Much love. Show labor rights.